Hi, my name is Ayazuddin, and in today's video, I would like to discuss about education and education system all across the world. I would not be mentioning what qualification I have, what certifications I have taken, what diplomas or associate degrees I have done in the past, and how beautifully I have designed my career, success, failures, and all of those things. All those are really not important right now in this moment. But what is important is how this total transformation journey was, and what are the important aspects for everyone to understand when it comes for education. See, a lot of people that we have today doesn't understand what education means and what education uh, should be for every one of us. Education, though many institution, college, universities, or government claims that education should be free and it should be a basic human right and it should be not charge much for education. But do you know what we are failing? We are failing in realizing that more important than money is time of any individual on this earth. If the time has gone, that opportunity, that thing that people can pick up or would have picked it up for themselves to create a better experience of their life. Nobody in the world wants to suffer. But are we the designer of our own suffering? Or our own architecture of our education system or hierarchy or anything that we impart in this world for people is designed in such a way that it one or the other way corrupts people or makes people suffer. This is really important to understand. But before understanding anything, I would like you to understand first what is the meaning of education is. How many of you have really wondered what education is and what really is education is all about? A lot of you who would be watching this video would like to resonate themselves towards their life. If they are married right now, go back to their college years and see their life from a college perspective to the life they are living right now. And consider this example that you have spent 17 and 20 years of your life in educating yourself, right from kindergarten, from nursery to LKG, UKG, 10th, 12th degree, bachelor's, master's, PhD, whatever program you would like to do. You have spent a part of your life in educating yourself, and you have your degree in your hands and whatever the certificates you have. But to be honest, to honestly evaluate yourself, how many of you would agree that how many of you have really got help from their masters or their bachelors or graduations or associate degrees? And most of you would agree that very few of the few people would get to that level of aligning their education system with their jobs, with their career, with the future they want to create themselves. So where do we really fail? Where do we actually don't pay attention, and where do we actually get ended is because our education and education system is designed in such a way that we become a slave to a cubicle life. We become slave to a system, and even those who successfully come out of this matrix, they get into a matrix of corporate life. They will not have anything for themselves or anything that they have for themselves to really understand and know that they know something in this world. So what exactly education is supposed to do us? What exactly when you pick up a degree or a diploma or associate or a bachelor's or a master's program, what does entails? What are the objectives of educating oneself? If you are not able to achieve those objectives, then you need to question at first place, why did you educate yourself? Did education help you in any way? This is really important. But I'll tell you what exactly is education is all about. Education is the process of facilitating learning, acquisition of knowledge, skills, values, moral, beliefs, and habits. This is the meaning of education. Now, how many of you have acquired really knowledge and skills? For an example, if I am somebody who supposed to learn how to create this product, and I have taken a bachelor's degree or a master's degree in developing product like this, but after having a certificate in my hand, if I don't know how to create this, then education or education institution or education system altogether have failed us in understanding what they are actually doing. And to come to this level of getting this certificate from the institution, a human spends 2 decades of his life. And then to understand what is really important in people's life is to understand that our growth is not independent. Humans' growth is a contribution of the people surrounding them. It is their parent, it is their siblings, it is their friends, it is their circle, it is their college, it is their lecturer. So a lot of people fails to understand this aspect that we need schooling at home, but not only in college and universities. You need supervision and guidance. You need somebody to observe us what we are doing, where we are heading. Are we really up to the mark of where we are trying to achieve? And this is a very tricky situation for every one of us. If I want my child to become a doctor, I cannot force him to become a doctor unless I know that he wants to be a doctor. So it is important for you to know whether your children wants to become a doctor or not before imposing something on the children. So a lot of time we let it on the children who doesn't know how to choose the right stuff for them. A lot of people, after becoming a doctor or an advocate or an engineer, forced by their parents or anybody in their relatives, they, even though completes their graduation, master's or PhD programs, they don't find relevancy, they don't find interest, they get interest in different things that they like about. If you have seen Three Idiots movie, you would have seen one of the hero that wanted to become a photographer who was studying engineering. So this is really important for all of us to understand how much we are really contributing to each other's growth. If you are a family member, if you are a guy who's studying in a school, college, university, or studying a program in PhD, you need to get back and circle back to your family, siblings, people that you care about, that what you're doing with your education is really important. Are we really acquiring these skills? You might have a master's in business administration. If you doesn't know how to do a basic accounting, if you don't know how to maintain bookkeeping, or if you don't know the little things of the business administration and you have a master's degree, then it has a problem. It either means you have not paid attention to your education. It just you have came to the college and then taken the notes and just read in the books the theories, and you have no practical knowledge or practical approach. Having a college degree means nothing. People need to have really job-oriented approach towards their education. And then if you are not in a position to understand what is happening with you, you want to get out of that situation. You want to run out of that situation. If you don't understand something, or if you're not properly educated, you want to get out of your society. You want to get out of your city, state, or even country. And people do get out of their country, and they go to the other countries which are strange to them. They have never met people before, and they start their life there. And then again the cycle of education, again the cycle of struggle, again the cycle of suffering. And ultimately, when a person comes to a life where he's supposed to enjoy all of this thing, what he have done in his life, is again now challenged by the commitment of life, that's marriage. And then all of that earning, whatever things that they have done for themselves, is now being invested in the marriage, in the getting children, raised and born in education. So we are totally tied up with the relationships, with the families, with our managers, with everything around us. But we would like to invest in every single thing, but not invest really in education, in understanding what we want to do. And with that, when responsibility hits the floor, you are not in a position to acquire more education, more knowledge, more skill. You are now surrounded by somebody who needs you. Somebody needs your attention. And you have your life in front of you, and you have papers to show, but no skill that of your own. So it is really important. After the COVID, 15 months entire globe suffer from pandemic, and a lot of losses occurred for people, for professionals, for businesses, for students, children. Everyone got affected. But now we have the time to resonate and resemble on all of these things that we are doing and what we are doing. If you don't know what you're doing, find a mentor who can guide you, who can pick it up you from anywhere you are, and then show you the path so that you are very much focused and you know what you're doing in your life. There are very few people in this world that knows what they are doing in life and why they are doing this. It is important. It is important for me as a human to tell you about this thing, because I feel this is required for everyone of us to know the very fact that how our education system doesn't help in any way. It is not helping in any way. I'm not saying the education system is flawed. I'm saying the education we are trying to acquire from the system is not helping in getting skilled, getting knowledge, getting values, getting morals, getting beliefs, getting habits. All of those things that education needs to improve a human is failing, is because either what you're choosing to study or educate yourself upon is something that you don't want, or is the thing what you're reading on wanting to get education is outdated, it's not relevant, it's not picked up by the corporates, it's not been picked up by anyone. So it is really important for you to understand the education system at all from the scratch. If you understand everything that happens with an individual from his nursery to his secondary to his associate degree, bachelor's and master's and PhD programs. What is the use of knowledge? What is the use of education? Education, knowledge is both helpful and harmful. If you have the right knowledge, right skill, it can give help. But if you have not the right knowledge in your hand, it might harm you. Let's say if you have done your bachelor's and master's degree, and even then if you don't have anything that can make you employable, skills, values, knowledge, whatever you have done is of no use. You have spent 2 decades of your life getting these things, and after getting into the corporate world, you realize that your education system did not help you in any way. You are again starting to learn something. You are again picking up things. You are again trying to go into the cycle in which you will spend next 10 years of your life in acquiring skills. And then 30 years of your life, that is half of your life, is wasted on the things that you did not want it, on the education you did not like, on the things you did not want it. You have done it, you have lived it, you have experienced it, and you have suffered it. It's just because you didn't have knowledge, you are not well informed, you didn't make informed decisions for yourself. And now think about this thing. Think about this cycle. If you could not able to make rightful decision for yourself, and you have reached an age where you are having your own life, your own world, your own children, consider this thought. Will you replicate this thing for your children? Will you let this happen to your people, that they also suffer all of this thing, all of this time of their 30 years of important life they are on earth, half of their life they are spending on something that will not help them in any way possible. To get a small job, to secure a job in a private company, in a governmental job, anywhere possible. This is the cycle we are totally trapped in. I want you to come out of this cycle. I want you to be informed of yourself. I want you to make decisions that will help you today, tomorrow, and in the future. And I want you to stand on your grounds and be aware of your life and decisions that you would take, and then take whatever it comes after you make a decision in which you are well informed. And like a human, you will take it because you know what you're doing, you know what you have done, you know what you have picked up, you know what you have studied. So, this is really important. I mean, I have seen a lot of people going to the colleges, going to schools, universities, and ultimately they have just a paper to showcase. They don't have any skill, any knowledge, any values, any morals, any beliefs, any habits that they can produce, that they can showcase, that they can portray to anyone. Why we are getting educated, why we want a paper in our life, is that you want to showcase that you have a bachelor's degree or master degree or a PhD program that you have done, and to showcase that you are a paper guy, not the guy who is having a creative mind, skills, smartness, innovation, ideas. This is really important for you to know, resonate on your life, to understand things that you want to do, and pick up a track. You want to go out of a country, you should be well informed about what should you study now to you, so that you can get out of the country, get the visa, get immigrated, get educated there, then find a job. Or if you want to be a business owner, see, the world today is filled with ideas, opportunities, and things that you can do. It is no more a world for rich to take control of. The door has been opened for you to acquire knowledge, abilities, and skills, and to stand on your grounds. You have all that it takes. You don't need huge money. You go check out Amazon, Facebook, any giant company, Apple. They started off really small. They started off in a cubicle sort of setup. What they have a creative mind, a process, a thing that would change the future course of action. But where are those people now? Where is the creativity? Where is the innovation? Where are the brightest mind hiding? Why are they not coming up? Are corporates or education industry or anything suppressing them? You need to resonate on all of these things. Ideas that you have, the dreams that you have dreamed, I don't want them to die right in front of your eyes. You have what it takes. You must take step forward. You come forward, you move forward, you look for the tomorrow, you look for the future, creating a better world for yourself. I hope you will like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.